Make sure it wasn't
storming out. Make sure it wasn't storming out.
Yeah, we got a couple. Couple coming through now.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Episode, what is this? 13, I think I typed in. Episode dreaded number 13 of Picking Pennsylvania podcast, formerly known as the Ridiculous Reseller Rendezvous. Some family, so no need to tie him down with our little shenanigans. That thing turned off too.
We're back.
Having some issues with the outlet in here. Maybe that was the issue. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
For you guys just joining us, we had about 15 minutes worth of technical difficulties before we started the show. Weird audio was happening. Joe's internet was freezing up. We record on Mondays. So you guys see this on Wednesday. So we're just having a bad case of the Mondays here, I guess. So
typical Monday.
My desk is filthy. I'm moving the GoPro around. I got the dash camera. I was trying to pull footage. Hot mess. So head on over, follow us on the social medias, Facebook. I haven't done too much with Instagram yet, but we are on there. And of course, YouTube, and you can listen to us on Spotify as well. Note, if you listen to us on Spotify, you could probably get it Tuesday night sometimes. They upload pretty fast. YouTube usually doesn't go until Wednesday morning. That is barring if I don't go out tomorrow night. And if I go out tomorrow night and postpone the editing for a day, you guys might get it Wednesday night. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in and drinking mood I'm in. So it's July 22nd, Monday the 22nd. What's the drink of the day there, Joseph?
Jameson's on the rocks, Black Barrel.
Ooh, fancy. The high-end Jameson's.
It cooled down out there a little bit. I go to the hard stuff a little bit now.
Yeah, we were floating with 100 degrees last week, and now we're down 75 degrees, it says here on my computer screen. So we just had some roll through. So you can actually drink some liquor. I'm rocking the old fashioned, minus the orange peel, made with Woodford Reserve. Might do some Crown Royal Blackberry tonight, though. Just waiting on word from her cousin after they go out to dinner and stuff like that. Might partake in some beverages later. Maybe. You know what? I'm just thinking I will do my best to get this episode out Wednesday. Depends on how tonight goes. Tomorrow night, I am going to the Foo Fighters concert in Hershey.
Oh, are you?
So that ties up tomorrow evening for me.
Yeah.
My wife had an extra ticket. She had somebody back out, so I get to go. I mean, I like Foo Fighters. I'm just not a big concert person. Too hot, too many people. I will go. I'll enjoy myself, though. The traffic. Oh, that damn dreaded traffic. Oh. We're not going to tailgate, so it shouldn't be that bad. We're going to try to get there a little bit later. It is nice that they have to get off the stage. For folks who don't know, in Hershey, at Hershey Park Stadium, they have a noise ordinance. They get fined pretty good. So it's during the week. It's a Tuesday night, so they have to be off the stage at 10. Fridays and Saturday concerts, they could stay till 11, or they get fined. It's a pretty hefty fine. I know when Bruce Springsteen was here the one year, he went over like 17 minutes. It was like thousands of dollars, like $30,000 for that 17 minutes. It's pretty pricey. So that's where I'll be tomorrow night. Any good sales this week for you there, Joe? I didn't look at your stuff really. I was just looking at some stuff.
Nah, just the same stuff. Just
the planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, planes, no trains, just planes and cars.
I put them Winnie the Poohs on yesterday, and the first 20 minutes they were online, it went ape shit. Just shit was selling, offers were coming. I couldn't keep up with it. People were fighting over them. Good for me. I mean, I made good money in 20 minutes. I grossed over $600 in sales in 20 minutes. They were priced correctly. I mean, they were used, dirty. They had no boxes, no certificates. I don't know. I'm looking for more of them. That's for sure. I got 40 plus more to go on. So
get them and sell them while they're hot.
Yep.
You never know when the switch is going to flip. Turn it off.
Yeah. So that's nice. That's the nice task is really I'll have this playing in the background while make sure editing. I don't have to edit too much. And then while that's editing in the background, I will be listing in the foreground. So, all right. So we're 6 minutes in here. Man, I'm itchy. Allergies again. So, as we discussed last week when Dave was on and Ron was with us, Joe and I attended the Pennsylvania 100-mile yard sale up in what'd you call it? Northwestern or North Central?
Yeah, maybe Central. Yeah, because you work your way and then you come back towards the center a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's North Central PA. It's north of State College for you folks that don't know. Let me share the screen here. Let me see if I can add that on there. That's kind of a crappy map, but
because I guess we're Central PA, but I don't think we're quite in the center, are we? I think they might be
we're like
lower.
We're lower Central, lower Susquehanna Valley, lower. We're in that flat ground coming off the mountains.
I guess if you expand the central part, because it definitely isn't to the west that far.
Yeah. So I mean, can you see the map up there, Joe? You just sold something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is.
Cha-ching.
Something's. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was a beechcraft, and I ended up. The guy told me to hang on to it and ship them together, and I had so much stuff to pack and ship yesterday, and I ended up packing the damn thing. His other one up and had it ready to ship, and I took it in today. I told him, "Don't worry about it. I'll give you a discount on the shipping on this one anyway." So.
Yeah, so if you folks can see on the map, that blue line is the actual route of the 100-mile yard sale. I don't even know. We've been going up there for about 5 or 6 years now, and I am going to butcher these names. I know people always laugh at me when people butcher. I call myself the Susquehanna Picker. Some people call it Susquehanna Picker. I don't know. Down here in the South Central PA, we call it Susquehanna. We have the main river that comes down here. We call it the old Suck a Banana River. But this is the route, and it's way up there. I mean, there's very spotty cell phone coverage. We started in Snowshoe and then went down. I don't even know. Was that Shawville or something like that? We came down here back to I-80, and we had lunch at Gio's Barbecue, and then we head over to our hotel just outside Clearfield. And then we came on up here and went back up north. There's a town called Frenchville somewhere in there. I mean, the main town is, forgive me, I think it's Carthouse with a K. Carthouse.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So and then we actually did that Thursday. We stopped there then. And then Friday morning we woke up from our hotel and went back up north, and we did the big upper loop. We didn't go out to Weedville or anything over here, but we did the big loop over to Benezet up here in elk country, they call it. Moshannon Forest, Benezet, Driftwood, Cinnamahoning. We did all those, and the upper loop is spotty, but I will say coming down the mountain there towards Benezet, they had them camps along, I would assume, a runoff stream, they had like very small camps on both sides of the roads. They were packed.
Yeah, and that was when the phone went right to SOS.
Oh yeah, coming down off that mountain, nothing.
That was the worst spot.
Yeah, that was by far the worst. It's spotty throughout, but that was the worst spot. Oh, another sale.
Not he just paid for it.
I mean, it's beautiful country. I recommend if you have never been. I'll touch on some comments I've seen on the Pennsylvania 100 Mile Yard Sale Facebook page or fan page. I don't know what you want to call it on Facebook. There's some interesting content on there. I recommend it. It's nice just for the drive. It's beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. We had beautiful weather, no rain, temperatures were great. Friday morning was actually chilly. I didn't put on a sweatshirt, but I was tempted to. It was a little chilly Friday morning. What would you say it was Friday morning when we woke up, Joe? 50?
Yeah, it was maybe mid 50s at the most. But
yeah, I forgot to look at my watch.
Nice.
But it was, I'd probably say low 50s, mid 50s at the highest. It was absolutely beautiful weather. But it's run by the QIDC, the Quahana Industrial Development Corp. People pay $5 to get a posting. They can get their ad in some brochure too. I did see a couple of brochures floating around, and then they sell these T-shirts, which we missed. I wanted to get a T-shirt up at Carth House this year. Completely skipped over it. I mean, they're cool looking T-shirts. I really want one. Maybe next year. We'll be up there next year, I'm sure. So we filled the van up. We filled the old picker van up. And
yeah, I got taken on that copier.
Did you?
Oh yeah, it ain't new.
So I'll put that out of video.
Yeah,
that was Friday morning, right? Yeah, that was Friday morning.
Yeah.
Joe bought it. Did the price tag say new? Because it said 60.
Oh yeah, written on the box. Oh yeah, I checked the tape. They put the tape right along the original piece. And when I got home and looked at it before I was just getting ready to list it, and I kept looking, and something didn't look right where it wrapped around here. The old piece of tape underneath, you could see the edge of it a little bit. So I said, all right, I'm going to open it up just to take pictures, and show it's open box. Still sell it as new open box. No, it was used. No, I'm not even messing with it.
Yeah, it's tough to sell used printers. So
they don't bring that much. So
I don't understand why people do that. Like, I mean, to me, it's fraud. Yeah, I guess you could probably actually go after them for fraud if you really chose to press the issue, but
could if you wanted to, I guess. But
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who the hell you would even contact up there. And we saw no police, no sheriff, no state troopers. I mean, it's a very a very desolate area. So, yeah, some of the comments on the Facebook page there from the 100 Mile Yard Sale was a lot of people didn't like the flea market style people set up. And you're going to have it wherever you go. I mean,
yeah, it's no different than Salunga. Big yard sale. You got your flea market people are going to run down and try and set up somewhere wherever they can.
And they got good stuff. And obviously, being their resellers as well, some of their stuff will be overpriced. But if you're a collector and you're looking for that cool piece, you have a good chance of finding it from those people. You might just have to pay up or pay reselling prices, eBay prices, Mercari prices, Facebook prices, whatever. But it's there. There's lots of good stuff. It's all part of the picking. I mean, you're not guaranteed to find anything. So you just have to put in the time, get out there, hit as many sales as you can, see as many vendors as you can, and eventually you'll strike gold.
Flea market people are okay. I mean, they bring their stuff out there because they're not looking to sell online anyway. So
yeah,
if they have something decent that can sell better online, a lot of times you can work with them and get it down. Sometimes you can't, but if not, oh well.
Yeah, neither of us struck really gold up there. But I mean, lots. I mean, I got lots of inventory for the store. I mean, I've sold some pieces that I believe I already got up there so far. So, and it's Monday, and we got back Friday afternoon. Once again, Joe did pretty good at the Pennsylvania skill machines. He did better at the skill machines again / slot machines than he did the actual yard sales.
Got the money back I spent at the yard sales.
Yeah. Joe's in the profit. He hasn't sold a damn thing yet.
Oh, and I made $20 on those candles today.
Oh, I saw you put those on Marketplace.
Yeah, they're gone. The guy picked them up today. $20. Free.
I will say, if you're a person who likes blow molds, I mean, we find blow molds up there every year. I mean, some are beat up, bad. I mean, but it's still blow mold. You can still sell them. But I mean, there's always Christmas decorations up there. Lots of yard sales. I mean, it's a big thing. It's a multi-day event. A lot of people on the Facebook page they were complaining about people shopping Thursday, and by Saturday there's nothing left. And it's like, hey, you have to do what we do. I mean, I take a day off work. I took 2 days off work. I took Thursday and Friday. But the reason I do it is I don't want to take Friday off and then go up Thursday. And then that means you're driving Thursday. You get up there, it's going to be dark. You check into the hotel. Then you're tired. And then you pick Friday. So we head up a little bit earlier on Thursday, and we don't do the whole route. We basically take a detour from Snowshoe to Clearfield on the way to the hotel to check in. That's all we do. You know, and we're courteous. If people are setting up and we stop, we ask, hey, you mind if we look around?
Nobody's going to turn down a sale.
Now, when you're carrying a wad of cash in your pocket, and I mean, most of the people who are actually running yard sales, they just want to get rid of the shit.
Right.
It doesn't matter to them if they sell it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or I mean, by then it's probably going in the dumpster because there is a Goodwill in Clearfield. But I mean, like I said, if they want to donate it to Goodwill, then they got to drive 35 miles into Goodwill. That's a 70-mile round. That's a 70-mile round trip if you want to donate this stuff. So I saw a lot of those comments, but there's a lot of people who have stuff out Thursday, but they're not open. I mean, it's such a big event that they bring all kinds of shit out of their house, cover it up, and then they go about their Thursday and they leave or go to work or go to dinner and see you Friday morning. But like I said, it's a great event. I recommend it. Worst case scenario is you get to see great scenery. We didn't see a single elk, but we did see a lot of deer. It was a Thursday night there, man. Deer were running up there.
Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, it wasn't even dusk. It was Thursday afternoon. They're just running across the road and everywhere. There's always wildlife. Always wildlife up there. Let's see what else would I touch on.
A lot of new people set up this year too.
There was a lot of new people. We stopped at a lot of places that we've never seen open up before. Not necessarily they had good stuff, but they had stuff, which is encouraging. I mean, the way the economy is, who doesn't want to get stuff out of the house, make a couple bucks? I mean, Pete's throwing it out. If you could bring in $60, you were going to. If you weren't doing nothing Friday or Saturday morning, you might as well just get it out there and make an extra $60. That's the way I look at it. And a lot of people this year did that. A lot of new people that in the 6 years we've probably been going up there that we've never seen set up before in our life. So that's an encouraging sign. If the QIDC is listening, it's an encouraging sign that a lot more participation this year than years past. Especially, I mean, we didn't spend too much time down there in Benazet. I mean, it was crowded. It was busy. That was Friday morning. It was hopping. I mean, there was a lot of cars. It was tough to find parking, but it's an encouraging sign that the event is growing and people are participating. That's all you can ask for. I mean, then we did what we did dinner, late dinner at Denny's. I think it was called Denny's, right? Denny's Beer Barrel Pub.
Yeah.
Good burger. Big burgers. I mean, it was tough to find a burger on that menu less than half a pound.
Yeah. Next time I'm going third pound, and I'm just going to tell them what I want on it. The half pound, it was too much.
Well, we did have a really big lunch at that barbecue joint there too. That was our fault. That was
brisket tacos were good.
I'll do the hand up accountability on that, Joe. I was like, Joe's like, we'll split the tacos. Like, I was going to get a sausage sandwich. So I'm like, well, we'll just split that. Well, let's just get the 18-inch sausage sandwich instead of the 9. Okay. Jesus, we took.
There's like 26. There was 2 full sandwiches there.
I don't know what exit is off 80. It's like the exit before Clearfield or so. 1 or 2 exits before Clearfield. Gio's Barbecue. It's in the side of a gas station. It was great. I mean, it was delicious.
The sausages should have been smoked or grilled though. But it was good.
Yeah,
sausage.
they should have smashed it on the grill to get a little crisp on it.
Yeah, but the brisket tacos were great.
But I will say, Friday morning, I look forward to that. That was the good breakfast there.
And you're welcome at the hotel, whoever got the brisket taco.
Yeah. If somebody was cleaning the room, they got a 9-inch sausage sub and 1 brisket taco in the refrigerator. So we did nothing to it. I hope you enjoyed your meal. We left the hotel Friday morning with the anticipation. We knew where we were going to eat breakfast at.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a guy, once again, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this name. LeConte Mills. Fire company. Right around the corner from the fire company, there's a guy, and they do that for a living. He do fairs and carnivals.
Yeah, he does the fairs and stuff. Yeah, they were doing the Clearfield Fair.
Yeah, that is the best. It's top 2. It is top 2 sausages I've ever had.
We got to get the name of the butcher shop that he's getting the sausage from, because that's great. That's great sausage.
I mean, I ranked that. I mean, my top one, because I remember as a kid, was Silver Spring Flea Market, which no longer exists. I mean, man, them sausages were good. And I mean, that's a close second, if not number 1. We should have got a second one. I mean, we got 2 hours after that, we could have ate another one. That was so freaking good. God, it was a good sausage sandwich. That pretty much recaps the 100-mile yard sale for us. Like I said, I recommend it. Lots of good stuff. Lots of inventory. If you have an eBay store, you have a physical store, you can load up a van, no problem with inventory. That light is going really fast back there. Sorry if that was distracting anybody. I looked up and I was like, man, that thing is really going fast. So a funny comment, Joe, I actually read. Let me see if I could pull it up here. It was on that page. I got to read it out loud. I will say this. There's another comment, and I'll help the person out. I'm not an awful reseller like some. There was I believe it was a lady. Her name is Zoe. Thursday, I think she said it's Thursday or Friday. Somebody stopped at their yard sale and bought a tote of video game stuff. There's a couple Sega Genesis, some games. I don't know what all was in the tote, but her mother was out there setting up, and she shouldn't have sold it. She mistakenly sold it. Somebody bought it. I don't know what they paid for it. She didn't say. But there was some sentimental stuff in that tote, I guess, and they were looking for it back. So if you're a picker who was up there and bought that tote, you can get a hold of me, or you can go on to the Pennsylvania 100-mile yard sale Facebook page, and she's on there. She has a post on there. Maybe get in contact with her through Facebook of what they were looking to get back out of that tote. I don't know the whole story, but there was some sentimental stuff in there. And So, I mean, there's videos on there of people seeing elk, Joe. We just didn't see no elk.
Really?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
want to put
didn't get.
nobody out there. I'm watching one right now, actually.
Really?
Looks like that
Yeah.
river we were on, that very shallow river.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's
Well,
an
that
elk
was
down there.
that's the area too, because that's the bottom of the mountain when we come down through. That's Elk County when you come down through there. That's supposed to be the area where they're at. I mean, the guy said he had them in his yard there,
Yeah,
over there on the other end, which is a good half hour or so away. But I mean, they got plenty of room to run up there. So
yeah. This is the. Like I said, I'm sorry if it's not a female, but the name is Zoe or Zoe, so I would assume it's a female. Zoe McGonigal. This is a long shot, but someone bought a clear tote of games, controllers, and a few consoles, including 2 Segas, original PlayStation, etc. This tote was not to be sold. It had a lot of sentimental value. If you could please contact me. I'd really like it back. The location of the yard sale it was sold at is at the intersection of Rolling Stone Road and Frenchville Carthouse Highway, across from the PennDOT shed. She believes the people who bought the tote were in a white van, and they believe it was a younger and older man, which I had some footage of a younger, older man in a white thing. I turned over to her. She could hopefully maybe try to find them and get a hold of them. And I don't know why it was out of the yard sale. I don't care. I just thought I'd try to help somebody out and see if they can get back something they miss. But I mean, that's also a good page to follow, because people who have the yard sales actually post some pictures of stuff they have. So it's got 9,300 page followers. So I'm trying to find the one, Joe, about the hotel. So we stay in Clearfield at a sketchy hotel because we're cheap. I think the budget in was like $60 total, less than $60 total. And somebody was staying at the hotel across from us called the Royal Inn.
oh, were they?
Oh yeah, you got to hear this story.
Oh no.
Oh, and somebody dropped $80 along the way. They must have fell out of their pocket.
What,
Somebody
at the
was looking for
hotel?
that. No, that was at a yard sale.
Yard sale. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, forget that. They ain't getting that back.
Yeah, nobody's turning that back in. I'm trying to find that. I can't believe they would have removed the post. Oh, here we go. I won't say the lady's name. You could visit the page to read it for your own good. But the post reads, just a heads up for our out-of-towners who want to stay in the area overnight. Avoid the Royal Inn in Clearfield at all cost. I spent a harrowing night there last night. I am a single traveler. After a day of yard sales, I was beat. So this was Friday night. So we
Friday
checked out
night.
Friday.
Yeah, we were already gone.
Yeah, we were gone. After a day of yard sales, I was beat. I stayed at the Royal Inn because it was the only place that had a room, which hard to believe. There was lots of hotels there off the Clearfield exit. But once you get down towards I-80, they kind of jump up in price. That sneeze finally came up. Make sure I have nothing hanging out of there. All right, let's see here. The room was okay, no problem, except that there were no safety chains or bar locks on the interior of the doors. No problem, right? Wrong. At 12:20 a.m., I was awoken from sleep because someone was jiggling my door handle. I sat up in bed just as a woman unlocked my door, walked in. I sat up in bed. I'm sorry, there's no commas in here. I sat up in bed just as a woman unlocked my door, walked in. I screamed bloody murder. She was going to make up the room and didn't realize I was in there. Now, this hotel has 30 rooms.
At what time?
12:20 a.m.
What's housekeeping doing there at 12:20 a.m.?
I don't know. It just says this hotel has 30 rooms, just 30. They can't keep track of what rooms are occupied. That lady's lucky that my pistol was not on the nightstand. I was so upset it almost dawned. It was almost dawn until I dozed off. I even dragged the furniture in the room over to the door to block it. I will be contacting my credit card company on Monday to fight for a refund, which I don't think she'll get because she still stayed there. She should have called management immediately. I wanted to share this on Facebook page so other travelers would be aware to avoid that place. Now, we were at the one next door, the Budget Inn. We didn't have an issue. We've stayed there multiple times now. But some of the comments, wow. Some people say this place is known for local drug addicts living there, and one used to, or maybe still does, clean the rooms for payment of living there, but in no way should be there that late at night. Like I said, I don't know. Somebody says don't go to Kettle Creek Inn either. I don't know where that is up there. Room was filthy, and whoever cleaned that room left food in the fridge and had it turned on low. Now, we left food in the room too, but that was in the fridge. Oh. Yeah, some people don't mind. I guess there's another Royal Inn somewhere in Ridgeway, but yeah, I wanted to share that. I mean, oh, there you are. What happened to you? Can you hear me, Joe? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got to redo my thing. I got a phone call. It's a scam call. When a phone call comes through there, it screws everything up. Now I'm back. Yeah, it's that time of day.
Whereabouts in that story did you drop out?
But right about where she would have shot the woman.
Yeah, she went on. She moved all the furniture over to the door and blocked the door. And everybody in the comments was like, "Oh yeah, apparently they used to have drug addicts stay there and clean the rooms, and in lieu of payment, they would just stay there for free as long as they cleaned the rooms."
How many drug addicts can you have in Clearfield?
I mean, well, the opioid epidemic and meth, I don't know, but I mean,
well, okay.
We didn't have a problem. Our motel next door seemed like it was a lot of like travelers, like workers who stay there throughout the week.
Corporate, yeah. They had corporate rates, so yeah, that was smart for them.
Yeah. So I will say, if you plan to go to the 100-mile yard sale, I don't know if you're going to stay in Clearfield or Snowshoe or Carthouse or somewhere along that route, Benazet. Just do your research of the hotels, check the reviews, check pictures. It's all upon what your budget is. We had a great time. We went back to the room Thursday night, had a 6-pack of beer, sat outside, was drinking that, watching the scenery.
Watching the weed sprayers sharpen their machetes.
Oh yeah, the vegetation management guys who were staying there were sharpening their machetes and fixing their sprayers. A tow truck dropped somebody off. Oh, yeah, we had ourselves a cigar and some beer and had a good old time.
That's better than reality TV.
It was. All right, so that's that. So once again, visit the 100-mile yard sale. I'll probably put some posts out next year when we're going to go check things out there. So let me try to fire this up. Okay, now present, share screen. There. This week's top 5. I got to get my phone because I was at work today. I put it in my notes. I'm probably going to miss someone this week. Ron's not with us. We'll ask him his top 5 next week when he joins us. Top 5 retro toys. I will say retro toys, antique toys. What are your top 5? So let's see here. How do I do this? Here we go. Can I get a win this week? There we go.
This is a good one to have the turn on. I'll take it.
Shoot, I gotta grab his paper. Just so I can write these down and put them on the screen for you folks in the post editing process. And these may not necessarily be big money toys, but
that's what I tried to stay away from because you could go one of 2 ways, but I'm not going with big money. I'm going with what we enjoyed playing with when we were growing up. So
yeah, and my first pick, it was just a little bit past my time, but I know lots of collectors out there like them, so I have to pick it. I'm going to go with Star Wars.
Yeah, that was on the top of my list.
I never collected them. I've sold them, but I've never. It was just past my time. I was born in '81, so
we couldn't afford them, but we go to the neighbors. They had them all, so we play there. You go to the rich neighbor's house and you got to play with everything that came out new.
Where are you going? Did I take your number? Was that your number 1?
That was my number 1.
And I figured it would be.
Yeah. Next thing would be slot cars.
Ooh. That wasn't on my list actually.
Yeah, that was big. We played those we had. Those we had, and the neighbors had, and everybody had them. We used to have drag cars. We had the little drag cars. We'd get alcohol and burn out, and pour alcohol on the track and light it on fire and burn them out. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we had some Tyco slot car tracks, but we never was real big into them. That was a little bit more your heyday. So
yeah.
Where are you gonna go in the turn?
Well, the other big thing I liked when we got older, we got more into the ColecoVision than we did of any of the video games because of Donkey Kong and everything else, and that's what Coleco was a Donkey Kong game, so it came out on ColecoVision. We loved the ColecoVision.
And the ColecoVision actually took Atari games, didn't it?
Well, I don't remember, but Atari was okay, and it came out before it, but it was real blocky. Coleco was closer to all the video games that were out there and stuff at the time.
It's nice that I go back to back here, so I can get a couple things off the board now. I'm gonna go with I loved them, watched them every morning before school. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every day, my aunt would make me 2 pieces of toast, jelly, cut it in half, and I'd sit on the floor with chocolate milk, watch me the Ninja Turtles before I headed off to school. And some of them do have some value too. So, I got a bit on something there, Joe. I hear your sound effects back there.
That's Garfield. Yeah, Garfield's got some action going. Yeah, they're fighting there. He's up to 70.
Yeah, I've seen these over at 150, 200.
Yep.
Somebody got over $100 for one without a head on it.
Yep.
Yeah, Garfield. If you don't know, Joe went to a yard sale. Was that Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
In Harrisburg, and he got a Garfield aquarium. For how much did you pay for that thing?
I had to fork up $3 for it.
I would have picked it up because the Garfield movie came out just this summer.
As soon as I saw it. I said, "What is that, guys? Garfield? What is? Oh, it's a fishbowl? I ain't never seen one." Yep,
I've never seen one. Never saw
1978, and some people even have the boxes online. The original boxes. Ooh. That's pretty good.
But I'm going to have to bring the bell in from the van. I need the bell up here for sound effects. That's what I need to do.
I got to turn that volume down. That's my backup phone.
So I went with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as my second pick. My third pick is going to be loved them. I used to have them all when I was a kid. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Motu. Had them all. Man, I had the case. I had Castle Grayskull. I had Skeletor. I had it all. I picked up some He-Man and Skeletor Puffy stickers. They are online now on my eBay store if you like He-Man and collectibles. They came out of a cereal premium. Check them out. They're not that expensive on eBay. Check them out. I'm glad they sell them to you. Over to you for number 3 there, Joe.
The old what was it? STP cars, the cars where you pulled the little things through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we like the demo derby, the ones that exploded when you crash each other and pieces would fly off of them.
It was like a zip tie, but it had like
yeah, it had little teeth in it.
Yeah, it had little teeth. Yeah, you set it down, like Evil Knievel and stuff like that.
I didn't look up the actual names of them. I think that's what they were. But anybody that knows, they know what I'm talking about. And then the other one after that would be Stompers.
Oh yeah, they're valuable now.
Yeah, we love the Stompers. The Stompers were cool. You had the track with the rock terrains and everything else that they would go around. And
I just sold that the other year. I got it down in York.
Oh yeah,
the track.
Yeah,
I had a couple Stompers too, but they still bring very good money.
Oh yeah, well, like I had those Stomper slot cars, which I never knew they had. That was one thing I never had, but I got a hold of 2 of them and got great money off of them. I didn't even know they had slot cars, and they would have been out before the actual Stompers came out, I think. But
that's good. Yeah, I would have never known they had slot cars myself. So that was your back to 2. So it's over to me at 4. Once again, had a lot of them. Loved them. The WWF wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
The big rubber ones, the ring. I had the plastic ones. We had them all. We were so far into wrestling. I mean, I was born in 81, so I mean that was the heart of WWF and WrestleManias. Loved them. Them rubber ones, man. You can kill somebody with them. When you're 6 years old, you're whipping them at your brother across the room. That thing's hurt like hell. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna destroy you. I think my list is supreme to yours, Joe. And this is gonna be the dagger in the heart.
Nope.
You know where I'm going, don't you?
Maybe.
You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Most iconic character of all times. Go with Nintendo. Mario, anything Nintendo. Yeah. We were Nintendo fanatics. Loved
it. That's you later generations. Yeah. That'd go back far enough for me. Yeah, that would have been that was even after Coleco, I guess.
Yeah. We had obviously the NES. We never had the Super Nintendo though. Growing up, I don't know if it was just too much money. We never had Super Nintendo. We had Nintendo 64 was big for us, and then GameCube and all that good stuff. And after GameCube, it kind of tailed off. We had both had Game Boy and Sega Game Gear, but Nintendo, classic, iconic, retro. Everybody looks for Nintendo. Plush, games, consoles, apparel, lunchboxes, cartoons. I mean, they had it all. Had it all. What's your number 5 there, Joe?
It'd have to be Transformers.
Oh, that was on my list too.
Yeah. We didn't have a whole lot of them, but Transformers were pretty cool.
Yeah, we had a good amount of those too. I know I had Optimus Prime and Megatron and the Walkman. I forget what he's called, Soundwave or something like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we had Transformers too. There's tons of other retro toys that are good. That was my top 5 and Joe's top 5. We'll ask Ron next week what his was.
Yeah.
There's so many toys out there.
GI Joe's big too, but we never get into it. But it's good money now. It's all the GI Joe stuff's good money.
That was top of my list, but you didn't. I had first pick. I had to go with Star Wars. I don't know. It's too late to see. It says GI Joe right on top there.
Yeah.
My Little Pony. I never played with those, but some of those can be, I guess, good money.
Come on, you can admit it.
Never had those. The Ghostbuster stuff.
Strawberry shortcake,
Barbie. Nobody said Barbie.
That we did. We played with a little bit because we had a sister growing up, so she had strawberry shortcake stuff. I remember that.
Small Soldiers. We had those growing up. My generation. Magic 8-Ball, Fisher Price, the glowworms. I remember I had a glowworm. Lego growing up. I was back around then. Tin toys, all the tin toys out there, which reminds me, I got a tin Pan American playing up there at the 100 Mile Yard Sale. So,
one of the big things that I had on my list too was Mark's. That was way before you, but Mark's had shooting galleries. Actual.
Oh yeah.
BB. We had one of them growing up. That was great.
And a big one, I have to say, or else people might vilify us for not even mentioning it. Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch was big in the 80s. Jesus, people were killed in stampedes at Christmas time for them days.
Yeah, I still remember that.
Atari, Mr. Potato Head.
Weebles.
Oh, yeah, the Weebles was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
They don't bring that much anymore. They used to be really big.
The Halloween, the haunted house one, but yeah, we used to have a bunch of the Weebles. We had all kinds of them.
And you just sold you just bought that haunted house. That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Harrisburg got a yard sale.
Didn't bring a whole lot, but I didn't pay much either. So.
Yeah. Everybody, I saw it in the picture. It's like, man, it's one of them deals. Like, they're probably asking a lot of money for it, but.
Yeah, I was surprised when I got there because I got there late and it was still there.
I was bidding today late at work on the state surplus.
Yeah, I haven't gone on our state or the mixed
Pennsylvania.
Just the Pennsylvania stuff. Anywhere in PA.
They had a right of way going too, automotive stuff.
Oh, really?
But they had one pallet full of cameras, and just went past my bid. I only bid on them because Joe, with 26 minutes left in the auction, these things were sitting at like $25 a lot.
Wow.
I'm thinking, maybe somebody's away on vacation or sleeping. But I ran it to $255. I think it sold for $265. There's money to be made there, but it was hard to tell. The camera skid had some nice Sony stuff on there. I think.
Yeah.
I did find them online. They were bringing about $200 to $250 a piece. There was 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember. So your money's back. There's profit just on that, plus the other stuff they take horrible pictures of the crap anymore.
Yeah, they don't care.
But they had 3 pallets of audiovisual equipment. And I said, oh my God, look at this. It's sitting there so low with 26 minutes. So I started hammering it. And I had the winning bid at $235 for the longest time, like down to like 4 minutes. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is going to be the steal of the century, because there was a couple pieces on there that brought $700-800 a piece. And I'm thinking, Jesus. And then the hammering started. I ran it up to. Then I had the highest bid. I thought I was going to get it again at $600 and some. Didn't get it. And then I ran it for another one. I think it sold for $725.
Where was the pickup at? Local?
Harrisburg.
Was it?
Harrisburg local pickup. I mean, even at $725, I don't think Ron was bidding. I don't know if Ron knows about that. But, there was lots of good money to be made at $725 too, but it was all heavy stuff. I mean, everything control boards with the pull down to switch cameras and stuff. There was 2 of those on there. One looked pretty new, but the problem is you don't even know if you have power adapters to that crap. I mean, you're looking at 10 pictures online, and
oh yeah, you can't test any of it.
yeah, you can't test it. I mean, there was no pictures of cords, so I was like, oh, I'm buying these Sony things. What was it? It was a Sony. I don't know if it would have saved in my search or not. Yeah, a Sony DSR 2000. The low parts only $270, free shipping. Oh, they would have been heavy to ship. But if you were able to test it, you could have got $300 to $500 for it pretty easily. But it would have been heavy to. There was a lot of work involved in shipping. It was heavy. A lot of pillows, a lot of foam, big boxes. But so I let it go. I let somebody else have it. I don't want to have to deal with all the work. So that's that. I got back. A lady got back to me about being on the podcast today a little bit late. She had something going on, or else we would have had a guest. So maybe we'll get her on here one of these weeks. Beach by Repeat Amy. I know her from another reselling podcast. So maybe we'll get her on here one of these times. And Texas Shorty couldn't make it today. He was.
Oh, he's going to be busy here in another week or so. Poker room opens back up August 1st.
He was going to an auction today. He was hellbound going to the Harrs.
Oh, that's Harrs tonight. Yeah, it's Harrs night.
He was going to Harrs auction. He must have saw something he really liked.
I don't know where he's selling it. He doesn't hate it.
His neighborhood just had his yard sale this week. Did you see that, Monroe Acres?
No, again.
Yeah. Oh, they. I guess they did do back-to-back weeks, huh?
Well, he did.
he probably put that listing. That was probably his listing. It was probably his damn listing to get people to come down there.
Yeah, neighborhood yard sale. One house.
Oh yeah, one and only. All right, well, that wraps up for today. Just about an hour, which is good. Try to keep the podcast at about an hour. We picked up a good amount of subscribers. I've been posting these to my Picker channel. I have to go back and post them to the Pennsylvania Picker podcast channel. But I mean, we picked up some viewers. I mean, we picked up probably 15 subscribers over the past week. So maybe some of the 100-mile yard sailors have come on board and wanted to hear what we mention and talk about and see and stuff. So the room's still a mess. The office it doesn't look that bad, but it's pretty bad. It's going to get worse because I got to get some Disney figures up here tonight. I cleaned them off at break time at work. So they're all clean, ready to go. I just got to get them online, so which is good.
Well, next podcast will be Retirement Eve.
Ooh. What are you going to be drinking then?
I don't know.
Some champagne, some bubbly.
I don't know.
Well, there you are. I just heard another sale.
Yeah, something just sold. Yeah, something went. No, man, I got a crap load of shit to pack again. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's very good. I think I have 10 or 11 packages going out today. Would have had 3 for tomorrow, but I was able to come home from work and get them packed up before we started recording. So, hey, as long as the money keeps rolling in, can't beat it.
Nope.
So, all right, there, Joseph. You have yourself a wonderful evening. Enjoy yourself.
Same to you.
Shower, and eBay. That's what I'm doing tonight. And enjoy the rain. I don't know if it's still raining or not.
Yeah, looks like it here, but it's not. It's good though. We got some good.
Just gray right here, right now. But
Yeah, that's what it is here. Got some good rain though.
Yeah, it's supposed to linger around for most of the evening, I guess. So
good.
I was going to cut the grass. I didn't think the rain was going to move in until tonight, but it moved in earlier. So I'll cut it tomorrow, maybe if it's dry. Oh shit, I can't. Well, maybe I can cut it before the concert.
Yeah, I'll get mine one of these days this week. I'm only working 2 days again, so.
Yeah, maybe I'll cut it. Maybe I'll cut it Wednesday. Then right afterwards, I'll jump in the pool.
There you go.
So it'll be the best way to go about. All right, Joe. We will meet again next week. Well, we will meet again before that, but we will record again next week, and Ron should be back with us, and maybe we'll have Amy on there as well if it meets with her schedule. So,
alrighty.
All right. Next time, folks, make sure you check us out on all the socials, and make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Peace out.
Later.